5th, about 9 a.m. We're going up this is the east branch of the Deerfield River in Vermont. We're just outside of Bennington, Vermont, in the Green Mountain National Forest. We're going over a hiking bridge here. It's just beautiful. Sun coming up over the Green Mountains. Looking for moose this morning. No moose yet, but maybe we'll get a pretty scene of a Vermont graveyard up the East Deerfield River, and the river right behind it, the sun shining off of it, the water flowing. It's a very, very tranquil scene. The little baby's monument, Baby Davidson, doesn't give any date of death. We are about 10 miles off the main highway in the middle of the Green Mountain National Forest, just south of Somerset Reservoir, Vermont. There's another old graveyard. I like to take pictures of old graveyards, I don't know why. Just a beautiful day. I have not passed one person in 10 miles on this road. So we're where I want to be, all alone in the Green Mountain National Forest. A lovely little scene here in Green Mountain National Forest. A little waterfall brook coming into the Somerset Reservoir. Here's the other end of it, going into the reservoir. We're going to go down there and just a nice view of the Somerset Reservoir. It goes up about 10 miles right smack dab in the middle of the Green Mountain National Forest. It is just beautiful. The water is crystal clear. It's just a lovely, lovely spot. You can boat on it, fish on it, and you can see how crowded it is. Another ugly Vermont day, the sun shining brilliantly in the blue sky. Yeah, here we are up the Glastonbury Mountain Trail. Glastonbury Mountain, right up this trail, is about the most remote mountain in Vermont. As you can see, there's a lot of people here. And how far we get up that trail, I don't know, but we ain't ever going to make it to the top of this one, because it's 3,800 feet and I'm at about 1,000. I just don't think we're going to see the top today, but we're going to give it a... Here's the trail up the east side of Glastonbury Mountain. The mountain's behind me. I'm going west. This is looking back east. This is the only view I've been able to get so far. There's a lot of alders and scrub blocking my view. And I don't really think I'm going to get to the top of Glastonbury Mountain anyway, so I figured I better shoot this now. It's November 5th. Beautiful day. About 10:45 in the morning. Sun's out, no wind, about 55. Couldn't be finer. No snow, just beautiful. The trail ahead, I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'm probably 4 or 5 miles from any living human being. There's just nothing here. Nothing at all, and nothing on a beautiful spot. If you were looking for a beaver dam, this is what you'd want to find. Classic beaver dam here on the trail. There's Beaver Hut. We're way up again in the Green Mountain National Forest. Nothing around. I'd like to have a rod. I imagine there's some brookies in here. But this is just a real pretty scene. I still can't see Glastonbury Mountain. It's behind the trees. But it's a long way up. Yeah, just lovely. Don't see Mr. Beaver though. Maybe he's sleeping. There goes the trail up the mountain, and it's a lower dam on the other side of the road. It looks like these beavers got a series of dams, almost like a weir, going all the way down here. Another view of the beaver pond. I don't see any moose tracks or any deer tracks. So I did see one deer track, but it's a little odd. I would have expected to see more. I've been hiking along this road for a couple miles, and it's nice and mushy, and you'd see tracks if there were any. There are not many deer around here. I don't know why. Moose and deer don't normally inhabit the same area, and moose are pushing the top of Glastonbury Mountain there. I think that's the top. If it isn't, it's still too far away. I mean, There's no way the old man going to make it up that mountain today. Besides, I didn't bring any gear. I can get a storm or something, I'm in trouble. So I think we're going to bag it here. It's probably 3 miles yet up there. It's a 6 mile trail, and I've probably gone 3 miles, so it's probably another 3 to the top, or maybe 4. So I think we're going to bag it here and turn around and go back. It's about 10 minutes to 11 on November 5th. Beautiful sight. About noon on November 5th, I'm on my way to Branch Pond in the Lau Brook Wilderness area. This is just an unnamed pond by the side of the road in the Green Mountains. Beautiful, just beautiful. There's a beaver house. Yep. Don't see any beavers though. Must be about 55, bright sunshine, blue sky. Just a real pretty pond. I imagine there's some brookies in there. And it's November 6th, 1997. We're about a mile from the road here. We've hiked into the Bourne Pond. I believe it's B-O-U-R-N in the Lau Brook Wilderness area in the Green Mountain National Forest. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an isolated mountain pond, no road access. You got to hike in. It's a lovely day. The pond is quiet and peaceful. The pines surround it. The water is clear. I would wish I had my canoe and a fishing rod. We could really enjoy it here today. It's just peaceful and lovely. And you can see again how crowded it is. Oh my. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a beaver, I think, or an otter. I suspect a beaver. Yeah. Now, where's he going? Has he got a buddy? Yeah, it's got to be a beaver. I don't know where he went. As you can see, the pond goes way up around the corner. I don't know, it's pretty big. It's a lot bigger on the other side of that channel than on this side, but this is the only side we have canoe access to. Still looking for my buddy the beaver, but he seems to have disappeared. I don't know where he went. You can see how clear the water is. Absolutely clear and beautiful. Well, we're off to another adventure. I don't know where we'll go next. Probably up another Green Mountain Pond just off the highway. I don't even know the name. It doesn't seem to have. Maybe Abbey Pond, it looks like on the map. Beautiful spot. Again, crowded. Really pretty. Quiet, peaceful. Water lapping gently on the shore. Another view of Abbey Pond from the road. I walked back in there and got that first shot you saw a minute ago. Here's another shot, kind of interesting, with that old snag in the middle. Some nameless green mountain behind it. Well, this is a really pretty view from the side of the road here in the Green Mountains. I don't know just exactly what mountain that is over there, but it's a pretty view. Looks like almost endless wilderness. As you can see, we're at the Daniel Webster Memorial Acre in July 7th and 8th, 1840. Daniel Webster spoke to about 15,000 people right here at a Whig convention. And this rock marks the spot. This is the Daniel Webster Memorial Acre here. There's a tree and some park benches and an open space. Can you imagine 15,000 people right here? Almost 150 years ago. He must have been popular. And he probably didn't have a PA system either. So there's the rock. There's a truly, truly natural, beautiful pond, branch pond. This is a big pond. It goes way up around the corner there. Totally surrounded by national forest. Quite large. Of course, no boats except maybe canoes allowed. There's nobody here today. Absolutely nobody. Oh, but there's some fish in this one. Wind's rustling through the trees. What a beautiful sight. View of it going up around the corner there. Got a wind from the south today. Might mean a nor'easter is moving in here. I know it's supposed to rain later. Driving along the side of the road outside of West Jamaica, Vermont, and I run across this by a stream. Thousands of rocks piled up. And I don't know what to make of this. I haven't got a clue. Just piled up in some fashion. Other view, and now here's a sign, and the sign says, "Please leave alone for all of us to enjoy." Down here there's some sign that says something about dedicated to the memory of Roger Franklin Peck, who's moved on to build another moon rock, something or other, 9/11/95. Looks kind of like it was a young, maybe a memorial to a young boy who died or something. I don't know. Certainly strange. Kind of pretty though. Dedicated to the memory of Roger Franklin Peck, who has moved on to another moon rock mill, whatever that means. I'm sure there's a story here. Rocks on top of sticks. I don't know how long they're going to stay there. Looks like a good wind would knock them over. But they're here. Now they piled those up there. That's a pretty good trick. Still there. Maybe they come here every day and rebuild it. We are in Jamaica, Vermont. Here's the general store. I was just in there getting a cup of coffee and a turkey sandwich. Lady in there was nice. She wouldn't even give me the coffee that was on the burner. She said, "Oh, we'll make fresh." So she made fresh for me. It's Jamaica, Vermont. We are in the town of Townshend, Vermont. If you ever thought what a Vermont town ought to look like, you know, this one's pretty typical. White houses and churches. You know, here's the church, of course. Beautiful church. And bed and breakfast and historical houses. Townshend, Vermont, you know. Just a very lovely Vermont town. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon on November 6th. Well, here we are at the birthplace of Joseph Smith. Here's the monument. It's just outside of Sharon, Vermont. It says, sacred to the memory of Joseph Smith, the prophet, born here 23 December 1805, martyred Carthage, Illinois, 27 June 1844. And it's a pretty good-sized monument, as you can see. And here are the grounds. And this is over here where there was a small cottage, I guess, where he lived when he was young. And here's some of the... How you do, sir? Here's some of the grounds.
I'll move out of the way.
Pardon me?
I'll move out of the way.
Okay. There's some of the grounds here.
$50,000 a year.
Really?
10,000 of them come in December when we have the lights on and the pageant.
Oh, what is the pageant?
It's just a little Christmas pageant about the birth of the Savior. And they have live nativity scene and on 90,000 lights on the trees around here.
Wow. Here's another view of the establishment here. I was just in this first building. It's a story of Joseph Smith and how he lived and died, and he was only 25 when he was killed. And they're in the process of putting up lights here. They put up about 45,000 lights on the trees for Christmas, and they get a lot of visitors from all over the world. They have music playing in the background, and it is really, I'll bet, an impressive display with the lights at Christmas. As you can see, I'm the only person here today. Of course, an older gentleman here gave me a guided tour. And as you can imagine, he inquired as to my religious persuasion, and he was very gentle, though. He didn't try to convert me immediately. But I'll say this about Mormons: they practice what they preach. And this guy Joseph Smith was pretty interesting, because when he was just a young guy, an uneducated farm boy, he went up on that mountain in Palmyra, New York, and came down with a book that it would take biblical scholars years to write. So now, how did he do that? That's a key question that is a tough one to answer. I don't care what you believe. Here's the LDS church. It's on the grounds. As you can see, it is really a beautiful church. And that road there goes back to the monument I was just at. It's really pretty. And the sun setting over the Green Mountains to the west. Yeah. Lovely. We're in South Royalton at the Vermont Law School. Looks like we're expanding. Just wanted Doug to see where he would have gone if he'd gone to Vermont Law School. It's pretty, but it's small. Goes up around the corner here. I don't know how many buildings there are. There must be one of the buildings. The rest of South Royalton, Vermont. Old train station. The metropolis of South Royalton, with the village square, of course, and the required Vermont white church with a white steeple, and the houses, and you know, the South Royalton House. Interesting little place. Busy, quite busy. Well, here we are on Friday, November 7th, about 11:30 a.m. The sun is another beautiful Vermont day in November. Sun is very warm, must be 60 here. Wind is calm. I'm looking at the Green Mountains. There's Mount Mansfield. Good shot of that with snow on it. Oh, I got two crows right in the middle of the picture there. I think they're crows, maybe they're hawks. And then you sweep down and you got the full sweep of the Green Mountains, and there's or Camel's Hump, certainly, where the wife and I spent a very wonderful last Saturday night. And then all the way down to Mount Abraham, which is another 4,000 footer down there. So, and there's a barn. Just a beautiful, beautiful day, and a enchanting view of the Green Mountains here this morning. And it's just a very pretty scene with trees in the front and Mount Mansfield in the back, barns, hills. Vermontania, I guess, is the word that you'd describe this. Real Vermontania. You see some of the Burlington Airport expansion. Looks like a huge parking garage. There's the old airport. It's being expanded as well. And fences in the way, you'd get some nice views of the mountains. And here's the air traffic control building. So, a far cry from the Burlington Airport Diane and I knew when we came here in 1968. That guy looks like he's looking for something, but I sure don't know what. I don't know where he's going or what he's doing. Looks like skis on that plane. I wonder where they're going to land with skis. Other side of the Burlington parking garage, it's bigger than the airport. I guess they're building future expansion into that, which is too bad because that means there's more people moving to Vermont, which of course none of us want, except the real estate agents. So they're really going hot and heavy. Of course, the reason they go hot and heavy here at this time of the year is because we all know what's going to happen in about 30 days. The roof is going to cave in. It's funny, all of the homes I passed yesterday down in the southern Vermont and all through Vermont, all the homes had huge stacks of wood outside. All chopped, split, and of course neatly, very neatly piled, which is the mark of a true Vermonter. He piles his wood, he does not just throw it in a stack. He stacks it neatly. It looks like we're going to have a second, maybe a second story drop off here. Maybe they're building a ramp, I'm guessing. Alrighty then, here we are on February 21st, 1998. It's Grandma's birthday. Yes, and there's the Grandma. Number one Grandma right there. What are we, 65, Grandma?
I'm going to say a few thousand more.
63.
63 tonight,
Right.
yeah? That's pretty good, Grandma.
63.
She lived 20 years someplace.
Wrong.
Let's see.
50, right. 49.
Let's see.
I'm counting.
Yeah,
49, Grandma.
49 is right.
Well, I don't think there's anybody 49 in this damn room right now.
I don't think so.
Yes, there is. Where's the kitten? Where is the
She's
baby?
not 49.
No, she's not.
She's not anywhere near it.
Right. Well,
I am.
Come on, Widget, food's getting cold.
Widget Weigel,
Okay, on my way.
let's rock and roll.
On my way.
This
Okay.
dinner's 2 hours.
Oh, who cares?
Dinner's 2 hours early tonight.
I know. Aren't you fortunate?
I am.
Aren't you lucky?
Usually it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, shush. I usually that long. Okay.
Kitten.
All right.
Yeah. You have your towel over your
No, I
shoulders.
don't mean to have it there.
It happens to
look
be
like
the
there.
cook.
Yes, I'm gonna look like the cook.
What is that
Yeah.
red stuff there?
What red stuff? Horseradish.
Oh,
Where am I? Oh, put some in
Right
here.
here, something by your manners, yes.
my poor friend, her husband has to be on the salt-free
Does
diet
he?
and everything.
Oh, that's
She's
tough.
using horseradish like crazy.
Really, does it
She-
work?
Season, yeah. Yeah.
Thank
Happy birthday, Grandma. Oh, wait. Are we gonna?
Thank you.
Oh, we'll sing later, I
Birthday
guess.
cake.
Sing later, we're gonna sing later with the
Thank
birthday
you.
cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna sing for me,
Yes.
huh?
Are we starting?
we're starting.
Now,
Dinner
let's
is
see.
starting.
What's the cuisine tonight?
Lean cuisine.
Lean
Well,
cuisine.
An hour later.
Well, we can sit down
I'm
and
gonna
eat.
take this.
All right, we're gonna eat now.
That's for you.
Do what you
Who are
want.
you announcing?
Oh, you should get that because they have these things for like. I mean, I can pull. It's not vegetarian. They have like things like unfried French fries that taste like that.
Do you
That's
know
what
what
my
I like
craving
to
for
do?
French fries.
I like
you
to,
know?
I like
What do you
to
need?
experiment and do my own stuff, like, and make my
No,
own.
that's
Like,
that's
because
cool.
I was thinking about that shepherd's pie. I bet you I could put like beans, kidney
Oh,
beans
yeah.
in the bottom of that
That'd
with
be really
onions
good.
and stuff, and make something, and then just have the mashed potatoes and
Oh,
the.
that would be
It
good.
would be
You could
yummy.
use black beans, you could
Yes.
you could use,
How much
There's
stuff
so much
you
stuff
could do
you
a
can
lentil
do.
pie, you could do lentils with that.
Yeah,
Drew makes a like he calls it a tamale pie. It's a Mexican. We eat a lot of Mexican food. We love
I
Mexican
love
food.
Mexican too.
Yeah, he made this up. Like I don't know how. He just all this kind of like a lot of like
Black beans.
black beans and fat-free refried beans,
Ooh, I love
and he purees the tomatoes because I can't deal with tomatoes, and fat-free cheese, and
How can you eat Mexican and not eat tomatoes?
it's hard sometimes.
That's
I give it
really-
to Drew all the time. No matter what the dish says, if it doesn't say that it has tomatoes in it, I always tell them
That's
like.
their basis.
Well, I love it's weird. It's
Well,
texture. I love
Beans
salsa.
and.
I love
yeah.
salsa. I just can't deal with like just.
Oh, he's
tomatoes.
got a knife.
Yeah.
This corn is good.
Dangerous.
delicious.
Anyway,
next to him, that's what's
Drew does that
worried.
kind of thing. He experiments and makes up his own recipes and stuff, and it's fun. Like you can take a base recipe and just kind of mess with it and put your own stuff in it. And you come up with something completely different. And it tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He's been doing all the cooking. I mean,
Out
like,
of
I'll cook on the
necessity.
weekends, but yeah,
what you do though is you acquire a taste.
yeah, you do.
It's like, I started with the old basic thing. When we started buying skim milk, Nancy would buy skim milk.
Yummy,
I tasted
yummy.
that.
Like,
All right, here we are at Grandma's 23rd birthday.
okay, but she's got a
Sweet 16.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
sweet
can-
16, right, Grandma?
Yes,
You're
Let's see,
right,
no,
right.
it's 3, 6, she's 6 years old.
Okay.
Yes,
We
sir.
have to wait till it flames up over here too. Hey, I have to wait.
Wait for what, Grandma?
For him.
Let's wait, that's cool.
Okay. To sing?
No, we're waiting. Hold on. Wait till we get this ready.